Hey YouTube, GunMonkey5 here. Today we're going to be doing a video about the Nitecore NU05 MI, and what we're going to be comparing it to is going to be the tried and true Hellstar 5 XO. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. This was my original helmet that I used for work. I did, obviously I've done some training with some night vision and shooting at night, so it's been outfitted with the Hellstar 5. Just a brief rundown: the Hellstar 5 runs off a CR123A battery and has 3 modes. First off, there's like 18 gajillion models of this marker itself. The specific one I have, I forgot the model number. I'm sure you could look it up, but it has your solid green, solid red, and then you may not see this, but it has strobing IR. So like I said, the green and the red, you could use it for training as well as for marking yourself, for identifying as teams. So if you are, like, say if you're doing an assault on a building or something like that, you can, if you're going to be team 1, you could be red, team 2 can be green, and you could work on, so that way if someone's watching from the top down, they could identify which team is which based off your marker, be it green or red. So then I stumbled onto this bad boy. I saw this online and I was checking it out, and they actually have 2 models. So this one's the military model, which is the MI, the NU05, so the Nitecore NU05 MI, which is the military one, and then they also have a law enforcement one, which I thought was interesting. So I got the military one. So this one has, so compared to this one, which only has 3 modes, it has solid green, solid red, and a IR strobe, and you can, depending on which model you get, those 3 modes will change, but it's 3 modes, right? This one actually has 4. So the way you activate this has 1 button. So this one obviously has 2 switches, right? The switch on the main body goes between the modes, and then this one on the bottom is an on-off right here, right? This one is has just 1 button. Easy to use. You just kind of get used to it. But so if you tap it once, it tells you the battery life. 3 blinks means that it's more than 50%. 2 blinks means it's less than 50%. 1 blink means it's less than 10%. Okay, so this actually tells you battery life, whereas this doesn't. To turn it on, you press and hold it. So rapid blinking red means that right now it's on blinking IR. To switch modes, you press it once to turn, and then 1 over. Solid red means that it's solid IR. Pressed again, it goes to blinking green. Press it again, and it goes to solid green. Press it again, goes back to blinking IR. That's 4 modes. So this has 4 modes. It has blinking IR, solid IR, blinking green, or strobe green, and then solid green. Then turn it off, you press and hold. It'll blink quickly once, and that means it's off, right? So I haven't fielded this yet, but looking under night vision, it's very bright. It's still very bright. Works perfectly for your needs. And let's talk about the price point. The Hellstar 5 XO retails, or at least I bought this one for $135. $135 for this guy. Tried and true, used by the military, used by SWAT operators, etc. The Nitecore NU05 military, $28. $28 for this bad boy. So what we're gonna do is later on we're gonna take these out. We're gonna put them out at night, right before it starts snowing. We're gonna put it out, and we'll show you under nods. We'll look at these 2, and we'll compare them under IR. Okay. So first off, let's talk about the green, right? This green is way more brighter than this one. These LEDs are ridiculously bright, okay? So let me put those back to blinking IR, and then we'll shut this guy off. Okay, cool. Excuse me. So $28. $28, this is crazy. So at first I was like, $28. This has to be super cheap and has to run on maybe those stupid button cell batteries. First off, this is IPX6 rated. And on top of that, this doesn't run on button cell batteries. This runs on a rechargeable battery. And it comes with a micro USB cable. Compared to this one, you need to unvelcro the whole thing, and there's a little door right here, right? A little door right here. You open that, and then you can put the battery back in. So you need to carry spare batteries and stuff like that. This one's even better. So it comes with this little plastic tab right here. So there's these little hooks right here. Well, we'll get into that, but it comes with these little hooks right here, right? There's little hooks right here that you can use to either loop bungee cord around. You can, if you want, you can put 550 cord through it, and you could tie it to something. And obviously the back side of this is Velcro. So as you can see, I have it affixed to my helmet. Just put it back there. All right, it's affixed to my helmet. But then on top of that, the actual unit comes out just like that. And then if you don't want to run it on your helmet, say you want to run it on your plate carrier or your whatever, your placard or whatever vest you're wearing or your jacket or whatever, you pull this out, and there's a little clip right here, a little clip that you could use, and you could stick it onto whatever, and you have it attached to your clothing. Here's the little USB charging port right here, right? It's a micro USB. I don't know if you guys can see that. Make sure you guys, there you go. Micro USB right there, right? Has a nice little rubber seal around it to make sure that it keeps the water out. Let me push that back in place. It's actually very tight. Get in there, you. There you are. Okay, worry about it later. And after you're done charging it, all you gotta do is take it and slip back in here. Oh, here you go. It says the battery right here on the side. I just realized it. Rechargeable lithium-ion batteries, a 3.7 volt, 120 milliamps. Take it and slide back in. There you go. So $28 versus $135. What about battery life? It's got a tiny, tiny battery. Is that what? Only 120 milliamps? 120 milliamps. That's very tiny compared to like a regular standard rechargeable AA, which is 800 milliamps. It has an 18-hour runtime on IR strobe, or a 20-hour runtime on the green strobe. So that's what this is. So it's pretty good. $28 versus $135. I bought this one because everyone else that I know that has them says, yo, these are great. You gotta get them. If you get them, you have to go with the Hellstar. It's the best. I'm gonna try and field this and field test it. But for right now, I'm just reviewing this for you guys, so you guys can get a glimpse of it and a good little comparison between the two. Be hang tight. We're gonna go ahead and go outside. We're gonna look at these both on IR strobe under night vision. All right, guys. So it's colder than a witch's titty outside, so I'm not gonna bring you outside and freeze because it's really cold outside. So we're doing this in my wonderful basement. So on the right, you have the Hellstar 5 XO, and on the left, you have the Nitecore NU05 MI. Both the strobes, the IR strobes, are on, and as you can tell, they're pretty much the same brightness. So, as you can see, and we're about, what's that? We'll say we're about 25 feet away. So that should show that the NU05 18-hour runtime on a single charge rechargeable through a micro USB cable, which is the one on the left, like I said, compared to the Hellstar 5, which is on the right, is just as capable and is a fraction of the price. The NU05 is only, what, $28, whereas the Hellstar 5 XO is $135. So if you guys are part of the Special Forces community and are going to be going out on crazy missions and need something that's been tried and true, go ahead and spend your money on the Hellstar 5. If you're law enforcement and you're doing some work under nods, or just a civilian and just want to make sure that you're seen or whatnot, go ahead, give the Nitecore NU05 MI a shot. It's worth it. I've always used Nitecore products. I've used their lights, their reusable glow sticks, their rechargeable glow sticks. Have had no issues with them. So go ahead, give it a shot. Nitecore NU05 MI. Good product.